where were you? We were at the track.
All right, so the guys have been changing weight room volume, or the weight room has changed. It looks like you guys are doing max power and some eccentric work. Meet is like, what, how many days now? 7 out or something like that, week out? What has actually changed? What's the goal?
So Monday was pretty regular, squatted reasonably heavy, clean, pretty heavy, very heavy. And then Wednesday we started to have a reduction in volume with a increasing shift towards eccentric, which has been a kind of a gradual theme for the past about 12 weeks. And then today we are kind of short and fast, taking some load off the lower extremity for the 3 guys that are competing. Just doing hang power cleans, no prescribed percentage, working on speed, trying to get up to about around 80-ish% for a total of about 10 reps or so total. Couple doubles, couple singles. And for the guys that are competing, that's it, lower extremity today. Then they go on to some incline bench for speed and some dumbbell rows, 4 sets and 3 sets respectively. So pretty big reduction in volume there. Certainly even more so when we look at it, taking it off the lower extremity. And then finishing with some landmine rotations. The guys that are not competing will do a little bit more, keeping their volume a little bit higher, doing some lunges, that kind of thing. But yeah, we're unloading. We've been under a pretty heavy load for about 8 weeks, and guys compete in about a week or so. So starting on Wednesday, we started to back off pretty significantly for the guys that will compete, and that'll continue through next week. We're already starting to see guys freshen up and their legs kind of feel better than they have for 2 months or so, which is exactly what we want. You can see there's a little more pop. RSI scores are coming back and getting to PR levels. The sprint times are getting to PR levels in practice. Had a couple guys set PRs on power cleans in the middle of a session on Monday, so things are going as planned. We'll continue to deload next week and get guys fresh and ready to rock and roll on Friday and Saturday.
Last question, are they still squatting? And if they are there any downsides to that, or is it just to their benefit to do so? Or is it gonna make them slow?
We are still squatting reasonably heavy. On Monday we worked up to 85%, so it's still sub-maximal, and we did sets of 2 for the guys that were competing. And what we did was we had them use the push band, so we were driving intent through velocity-based feedback with the goal of having all those reps be at 100% intent. So even though the load was sub-maximal, the intent was not. Volume was relatively low, 5 sets of 2. And we'll squat again next week, even a bigger reduction in volume than that. I don't think they're going to get slow. I don't think there's any research evidence to suggest that. I think when people do see that effect, I think it's largely just a result of fatigue rather than some kind of thinking that lifting heavy makes you slow. I don't think there's any evidence to support that. There's quite a bit of evidence to support otherwise. So we keep it in there. You know, this isn't, we're backing off in volume, but it's not like we're peaking for this meet. It's our first indoor meet of the season, so it'd be foolhardy to take out squats for any extended period of time right now, even if it was something that we wanted to do, which it's not, because we've still got a lot more to go before we're in a peaking phase. So we're not going to back off. Strength qualities, if anything, we're going to maintain and still look to improve them a little bit. But we're going to freshen up by reducing the volume.
Sick.